Hi everybody, I'm Callum Brown for 74XX. Today we're here in my garage among all my project machines, and I'd like to show you my 1976 Atari Outlaw. Atari Outlaw is a one-player Wild West shootout supposedly released to compete with Midway's Gunfight, which was a two-player joystick-controlled game. Outlaw instead features a large, heavy six-shooter and challenges the player's reaction time and ability to find the outlaw hidden in the town's artwork. There are 3 difficulties corresponding only to 3 different draw speeds. You can increase the difficulty during the game but can't decrease it. At the start of a game and after each duel, the screen prompts the player to return the gun to the holster. The outlaw then appears, walks a random amount, turns and shoots unless he is shot first. If you draw too early, you'll be punished. Score high enough, and one of the ratings will be illuminated when the game is over. With a perfect score, you might be rewarded with a free game. Okay, well let's take a little tour of the machine. Starting with the side art here, it's very cool. Looks like it's stenciled on a yellowish orange color first with the brown on top. Pretty good condition on both sides actually, pretty happy with that. This side is almost perfect, but there's one big scrape up in the middle there. We've got a glass bezel on there. Reverse printed, obviously. A little bit of, a little too close there. A little bit of missing paint here and there. This is kind of neat. The how to play is a sticker, or kind of like a plate that's been cut out on the back, and there's a fluorescent light behind it. You've got the Atari Los Gatos logo down there. The panel, so this is the one part really that I had to replace, is this big button here. I actually do have the original. I have it sitting in the coin drawer here. So this is the original. It's lit with 2 lamps, but it was already had been repaired once, and it kind of just fell apart when I tried to work on it. So I could maybe 3D print some pieces to fix that, but I don't think it's worth it. I found this on Amazon. It's a lit button too. So if I, here, I'll put a coin in. Put a coin in there. Lights up. A little hard to see because I have the garage door open there. Control panel artwork is really nice. These are the 2 character selectors here. So the slowest is automatically selected with neither of these buttons pressed, and you can press half fast Pete for the medium speed and Billy the Kid for maximum speed, which is like almost instant. I can only get maybe 1 out of 20 shots on Billy the Kid. The gun's pretty cool. Obviously this one's in pretty great shape. Trigger's nice Atari logo on there. Yeah, I don't know. In here we have the LED at the bottom of the holster there, so that's what tells the game that the gun is holstered. That was broken, I replaced that. I just used normal LED, it seemed to work fine, so that's what I did. Coin door itself is pretty cool. It's got 1 play, 25 cents. On the inside was actually used here in Ontario because it's got Ontario Hydro approval sticker on it there. Nice lamp behind there. The coin mech's only reading 1633, so I don't know if that could have been changed at some point, but that seems pretty low to me. But I doubt it's been rolled over. Then yeah, there's a coin box with another lockable section here if you wanted to install another one. So on the screen, all this art is a gel that goes over top that matches the curve. It was, pretty moldy when I got it. Cleaned it all up really well. Didn't lose any of the printing when I cleaned it too, which is great. Yeah, really fantastic. You can see at the bottom here the scores for the different. So you've got Dude, you've got Greenhorn, you've got Top Gun, and Shoot Again, which is a free game if you score a perfect score with a certain minimum. I'm not sure what it is. Settable by Dev Switch. The scores appear here above or beside Good Guy and Outlaw. Going around the back, I have the panel off already. It's just a regular panel here. We do have an Atari badge, which is nice. Model number what does that say? IC001. Serial number, this is OL171, 2 amps, the patent number. Interestingly, you can find this 171 number several places. So you can see there, number 171 written on the chassis for the monitor, and I do believe it's written in a few other places, but that's just about it for documentation inside, nothing else too much. So the monitor is a Motorola XM701, 23-inch, which is a bit of a strange size. I didn't have to do too much to it. I did replace the CAN capacitors in the back. I can't really see those very well. But I replaced those with individual capacitors. Game board is down here. It has a filter cover, so I'm going to turn off the machine with the safety switch there so I can take this off. Filter board is a little loose. I actually haven't been using it. Probably don't need to. Here's the game board. Interestingly, you can see that there is no CPU. It's all discrete logic. It does have some memory for the character running, but that's basically it. Everything else is kind of run by the inputs and the events that come from shooting and pressing buttons and putting coins in. It has a 5-volt regulator on board. I had to replace that. And I had to replace one of the transistors that controlled one of the lights on the front. But that's about it. Board was in great shape. It matches, got the same 171 serial number. The controls for the game are also here. We have dip switches that control some of the coin settings. And there are also a couple of potentiometers on here. One of them is for aim, so that actually adjusts left to right where the gun triggers or where it thinks the shot is. And there's also 2 up here, one for the draw speed and one for the game timer. So draw speed is basically how quickly the middle speed is. So that's the half fast Pete speed. And the game timer is basically how long the game will run until it times out, which is controlled by that 555 timer beside it. Interestingly, there's like basically no indication when the game ends besides there being a lack of sound after it's over. So that basically tells you when you're done. In the attract mode, the Outlaw just kind of runs out, turns and fires over and over until you put a coin in. Okay, so that's all I really have to say about the Atari Outlaw. Doesn't seem to be, too much documentation or many videos on YouTube of the actual machine. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If there's anything you want to know about the machine, again, feel free to ask and I'll do my best. So that's all for today, and I'll see you next time.